for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spray. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, they make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick brick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live in. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottle. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
I'm harder than I ever been. Losing's what I never do. How you supposed to walk with me? I'm 80 steps ahead of you. My mind is on Socrates. All my bars on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me. And my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving. We making movies, moving. I get a chance to take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, movie, take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie, that's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot. One shot for everybody.
It's week 1 of the National Football League. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between NFC North rivals. It's the Lions and the Bears, next on EA Sports.
before, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn this status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap. And the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
Herbert to throw right away. He'll find his man, LaVisca Chenault. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. On first down, Justin Herbert. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. First down, it's Herbert. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20.
Holding, offense.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Herbert off the bootleg. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage of that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. Koo knocks this one through the post. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield. Mission accomplished. Points on the board.
So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
The play fake. Here's Jackson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. They run with Sanders off the option. Taken down at the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Landry now on the return. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival. Herbert has it knocked free. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
2nd down and goal. Jackson. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
This one is Slayton over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Now it's Herbert. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Wide open receiver complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Herbert's throw taken in by Slayton. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Herbert. Touchdown! LaVisca Chenault. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears have regained the lead. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Lions offense set to take over. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level. That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. It's Jackson. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
We switch the attention now to Khalil Herbert as this offense comes out for their next drive.
Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Herbert off of play action. Out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Able to complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
On the move past the 40. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll go option on second down, right side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Taking it about the 36. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over first and 10. On first and 10, it's Sanders. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They go play action with Jackson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's got this complete to Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run the option left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Open man down the field is Landry. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 36, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Here's Herbert. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Chicago! Darius Slayton, 46 yards. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now it's Jackson. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down. Throwing is Jackson. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. Carson Wentz lighting things up. 3 touchdown passes there. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. Josh Allen with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. Justin Jefferson, a touchdown reception. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little...
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Connection made with Chenault. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Herbert now. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Herbert throwing again. To the right side, and he's got Landry, complete. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
55 rushing yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A quick throw there out to Williams. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Well, the Bears offense out there set and ready to go.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Ball start.
That
Flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Buying time to his left. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
This is taken at the 15. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Lions will take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Jackson.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Finds his man on the out route. It's Chenault. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Herbert. That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now it's Herbert.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. On the move past the 40, and he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Herbert. This one is Slayton over the middle.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Herbert. Once again, he finds Slayton.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Herbert operating from the red zone. This will be caught just inside the 10. Touchdown, Bears! Cole Kmet. 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. But, second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now by word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Jackson now. It's caught by Sanders. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up the fourth down. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And I think really good defenders can sniff out those screen passes, just something that they can feel, something that they can sense about how the quarterback drops back or how the linemen are just a little slow to block the oncoming rushers. He read it perfectly. Got in there and made the play.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Herbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Herbert going to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Herbert. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. And now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? There's another field goal the other way. That does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two. Play the best defense you can and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Throwing, Jackson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Jackson to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Here's Jackson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Elliott on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now the Bears down on the scoreboard. 25 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now Herbert. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another run with Sanders. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they will take a knee here.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Detroit, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.